And now it's time to address the winners of DC SAF 2016 Karaoke Competition. They are Dr. Sangeeta M Simlote and Dr. Sheikh Rahman. They will appear here as guests of Mr. Manoj Singh in his feature called Chit Chat with Manoj.
Welcome to Chit Chat with Manoj. I'm Manoj Singh. Hello, Adab, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about DC South Asian Karaoke Contest, which was on July 17th, 2016. And with me are the duet winners in the adult categories, age 21 and above. And joining me today are Dr. Sangeeta Mathur. She's an internist. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Dr. Sheikh Rahman. He's a scientist at the National Cancer Institute. Welcome, both of you. And so let's first try to know more about you. What is your background, where you grew up, and what is your profession?
So I belong to the city of Majru Sultanpuri, from Sultanpur, Uttar Pradesh. And I grew up in Azamgarh, and where I got my schooling, and then I moved to New Delhi for my higher education from Jamia Millia, and then to Himachal Pradesh University. And then I moved out for PhD from the University of Heidelberg. And from there, I joined as after finishing my PhD, I joined as a postdoctoral research here at the National Cancer Institute.
Very nice. Sangeeta?
I grew up in Jaipur, and after finishing my medicine, I moved to US in 1990, and since then I've been practicing here.
See, both are doctors, scientists, and but they sing beautifully, awesome. So we'll talk more about it. So tell us about the song which you sang at the karaoke contest, and did you guys rehearse?
No, actually, it's a long story. I was in India, actually. I just came back on July 16th. I was traveling locally over there a couple days prior to the festival, and I got an email from the organizers that they had some duet slots open. So I immediately texted him. I said, "Are you interested?" He said, "Yes." So I said, "Well, why don't you go ahead and sign up, and we'll just sing it." So he said, "What about rehearsal?" I said, "We'll just have to meet on the stage and see how it goes."
So we directly met at stage, and the song we sang was Isharo. From Kashmir Ki Kali.
I can't believe it, but it came out really well, and you're going to hear that in the end of the interview. So, since when you have been singing, and who was your inspiration?
So actually, I have been singing from very childhood. So it was a kind of God gift. I've always liked it. It was my hobby, passion, and one Kulfi Wala played a very big role in moving me towards Muhammad Rafi songs, and because he used to pass by our street every single day, and the time was around 3:30 p.m. That was the time when we used to come back from the school after lunch. We were relaxing, so that was time when I used to hear every single day Muhammad Rafi song from that Kulfi Wala passing by from our street, and that kind of moved me from inside, and I started loving his songs, and there am I now.
Very nice.
I grew up in a musical family. My father is an ardent fan of Kundan Lal Sehgal. So he used to sing all day long. His like from showering, shopping, anywhere you will find him singing Kundan Lal Sehgal. My mother was a music major, and she used to love Talat Mahmood and Mukesh. So all day long she was singing also. So singing was kind of in the genes, and when we were young, our siblings, we all used to sit around the table and use the table as the drums and then just sing away. That was our favorite pastime. So music
nice.
came
naturally.
So,
and of course, your parents were an inspiration.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, what type of music now? Of course, there's so much has changed. The technology, the type of songs. But I've heard, of course, you guys go back to the 60s, 70s, and it's beautiful. But what type of songs do you like personally?
I mean, personally, I like the old melodies because they are the songs which are purely voice-based. They are not much synthesis, not synthesis at all, not just much, and it's purely voice-based. It's very melodious, very meaningful. So that's why I like to hear olden songs rather than the songs from these days.
And I agree with Rahman. I mean, since we grew up with that genre of songs, so we used to lean more towards the older melodies. music doesn't have any boundaries. So as the culture grows, as the generations come, I mean, of course, everything changes, like from sari to jeans, right? So the music has to change too. Kids today, they love the pop music, and there is nothing wrong with it. Of course, all the songs are saregama pa based. There is no eighth sur in it. So, but personally, we like the old filmy music because it's music to last forever.
I mean, definitely the lyrics were much better. I mean,
Yes.
I mean nowadays what bidi jalai ke, ya fevicol laga ke, and all that. Which is good. We have a lot of fun when we
Yeah,
are dancing with
exactly.
some DJ or
Right,
something like that. But
But
yes.
the vulgarity should move out of the music.
Yeah.
But as long as there is no vulgarity, I think all music. is
I
good.
agree with that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, how was your experience at the DC South Asian Karaoke contest?
Amazing. So I never imagined that in United States I would get to know so many amazing singers, and that platform brought together all the talents together, and it was a big challenge. I don't know how the judges did their job. It was too difficult for me to judge who sang the best.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
agree with you. In
Yeah.
fact, I was talking the same.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do with it. It was very unbiased, and we kept talking about it. It's so challenging for them.
Exactly. I agree.
It was a good
yeah.
experience. It was a very well organized program, and
Yeah,
we had a good
thank you,
experience.
thank you. So, Sangeeta, tell us about your program you're doing in, I think, November?
In November, yes,
or for paying tribute to O.P. Nair.
Yes, it's an OP Nair based program. We have been singing for many years, and I have been in touch with the OP Nair Memorable Trust in Boston, and we have been talking about it, believe it or not, since 2008.
Wow.
So finally, we have resources to put together a program, and we always like to do musical program for charity. So this program also, we're donating all the proceeds to charity, and you should come see our program. It will be on November 5th, and rain date will be November 4th. So it will be a good. We will send out the flyers once we have the venue fixed.
That's very nice. So, you both are in health sector, sort of scientist, where took science as a profession, working or providing relief to many. You looking for the cure of cancer, and you, of course, on daily
HIV.
basis, yeah. And so, how does music play into your life? I mean, what is it? Is a compliment? That's how you go home and relax, or how does it?
Actually, for me, it's like a food for soul. I just feel so refreshed when I listen to these olden songs. So for me, it's a very essential part of my life: listening songs and singing, plus singing. So yeah. So this is how I look at the song. They're very essential. It's food for my soul, basically.
And you are a
And
busy
sing,
mom
yeah.
too. You're a busy father.
Right. So, I mean, medicine is profession, but music is passion. So,
I
music
second.
is so relaxing. So, we try to meet up on a regular basis, and we have themes to our karaoke party. In fact, tomorrow we're meeting also. So, we have, I mean, music, you find ways to relax yourself, and since
Right.
we have the gift from God.
I know
we
it is.
just,
It is, and I mean, these two can easily transition over to be full-time musicians. I can tell you that. Do you get nervous before a performance? I mean, how do you? You're just about to go on the stage or on the radio or TV program. What is going through your mind?
I think I'm more nervous during this interview than behind the mic to sing.
I think nervousness is pretty natural. If I judge myself, the nervousness has gone very, very down, but it's still there. So I always felt nervousness, and I still feel nervous, but the level has gone tremendously down as compared to, I remember my school first performance where I was trembling like this. So plus my voice was also shaking, but now it's completely gone. But inside I still feel a little nervous, a little anxiety that and this I'm going to perform, it should go well. Yeah.
I think it is normal.
Yeah, I think so.
In fact, very good actors also say the same thing. When you're nervous and conscious, you put extra energy and effort into that performance, and
Agree.
that helps. So, how often do you guys practice? I think music is one of those things which you have to rehearse, quite a bit
Right.
to remain, I mean, so that your voice is in
Right.
tune and,
Right.
and all that.
I just practice in my alone time. If I'm alone, you'll find me singing.
Yeah, so I mean, basically thank my wife, Faiza, who has been a tremendous help. So, I find a little bit time at home. So she takes care of these babies. I mean, my son, I have two sons. So I get a little bit time to sing along with the karaoke, online karaokes. And that's basically my way of practicing.
So along when you were growing up and of course singing, did you get some professional lessons also? Is there a guru you follow or you have right now?
I'm looking forward to get one proper training, but I have never gone through any classical proper training, never.
And what about you?
My parents.
Parents? Oh, okay.
Just
that's-
listening to them, and Lata Mangeshkar ji, of course. I love Lata Mangeshkar songs, and just listening to her is a lesson in itself, because if you listen to her and follow what she's singing, you don't need any other lessons.
Okay,
Agree.
that's very nice. I mean, you guys are doing well without lessons, so I don't know what you'll do with lessons. So here's the camera. What is your message to second generation in South Asians, and what would you like to see? Because we would like this culture or this legacy to carry on and not be forgotten.
Right.
Any message?
To keep the Indian music alive. I
Right.
think it's
Yeah.
the people have worked really hard in putting together this music, so I think it needs to be cherished for.
Yeah,
I
and keep connected with the music from 60s and olden musics, because they were real voice based. There you get a real feel of how a singing should be done.
Yeah, and beautiful lyrics.
Yeah,
I think it
exactly.
was more classical also. You could
Yes.
relate that
Right.
very much to very
Right.
classical,
Right.
although I don't know much about the Saregama, the
Right.
notes you were talking about.
Exactly.
Well, every song has to be based on ragas.
Right.
I mean, then their ragas are unlimited. So every song you see, even today's modern songs, they are based upon some sort of rag, although
Right,
the
I agree.
beats are different,
Right.
and the lyrics are different.
Right. So
So-
they don't get the feel of the importance of the rag or the voice, but today the generation are getting the more feeling of importance of the music and synthesis and all those things. Even I now have the apps that can do rap for you.
Oh.
So you just say something, I'm hungry, and then it will start rapping. I'm hungry.
That's the technology, nowadays. So it's very nice. And do you like to both sing one or two lines of that song you had sung on the July 17th?
Yeah, or we can sing. There is
Or
a
something
very
other,
nice
any other song,
Madan
yeah.
Mohan composition that we like. So let's okay.
Which one?
Do ghadi
Oh,
wo
okay.
jo.
All right. दो घड़ी वो जो पास आ बैठे, दो घड़ी वो जो पास आ बैठे,
हम ज़माने से दूर जा बैठे, हम ज़माने से दूर जा बैठे,
दो घड़ी वो जो पास आ बैठे.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much. It's time to wrap up. So I'll end with a quote. As you all know, music can change the world because it can change people. And it's said by Bono, as you all know, a very famous band from Ireland. Thank you very much. All the best. Like I always say, life is short. Have fun and have no regrets.